This is not a hate video. It is just an observation that I saw and has been sent to me on repeat now, and I genuinely thought it was funny. There's probably no meaning behind this. It was just something that I found, and like I said, found it funny. So, hell, maybe you'll find it funny too. Right, like I said, this is not a hate video. I'm not calling anyone out or anything, okay? So don't get your hopes up. Doing it from the off, okay? I'm not here to have a go. I just found this really funny. 2 days ago, I posted this video. It's done surprisingly well for me, but I went over Ninja Bike backpack with gear sets, and there you can see the timestamp for it. It was posted on the 5th of March. I'm doing this video on the 7th of March, so 2 days ago. Now, when I got up this morning, I saw a video sent to me. It was also in our clan Discord. Yeah. Now, the reason I mentioned the time is when I saw this video, it said it was posted 23 hours ago, when at this point mine had already been up for over 24 hours. I think I was pushing maybe 38 hours. So I've got between 16 and 24 hours on this video. And the ironic part was, in my video, I went over what would be the highest DPS possible with Hunter's Fury and Ninja Bike bag, which is this. So Dark Winter, a Sokolov chest, which gives you SMG damage and crit damage, Obliterate, 3-piece Hunter's Fury, Fox's Prayer, Ninja Bike bag. Admittedly, Contractor's Gloves will give you more just because of the multiplicative between the detox on the weapon and damage to armor, but SMG, you'd really want the 20% accuracy over the 10% weapon handling. So Foxes would really kind of be more quality of life better rather than top end DPS better. Even then, if you did go Contractors, you're only actually gaining like 0.86% increase in total DPS. So you're not really winning or losing much. The ironic part now is, this is the build KVD put out. Vector with Flatline, exact same pieces. The only difference is he's gone with Flatline and Spot Up, whereas I'm going with Perfect Killer, Dark Winter, and Obliterate. And I found this rather intriguing. Yeah. And like I said, this is no hate, simply just because that is actually a very solid build. The only complaint I have is he's swapped out one of his mods for crit damage when it should be crit chance. He's rocking 53% crit chance. Even if you just drop even a gear mod, put that to 59% crit chance, yeah, you're going to drop 12% crit damage, but in total DPS this would still be an increase. So yeah, I have literally no complaints at all with this build, minus just, 59 crit chance is better than 53, even if you do drop some crit damage. Now, the reason this video is worded or titled this way is because I thought it would be kind of funny if KVD perhaps watched that video and went, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. If I just swap this around, though, maybe it will end up being better, or something different, or I won't catch on, or I don't know. Just in my head, I found it really funny. And as much as I would like to go, oh, well, if he did copy it from me, saying so, or not expecting a shout out, I don't know, even if he went, oh, I got it from that dickhead Dod, would have been somewhat nice, but then at the same time, considering the amount that I've gone after him in the past, it's also not necessary or required, so I'd get it. And to be fair, I'm also, if he did, I'm aware it's probably just pure coincidental and I'm living in a dream world, but even if he did get it from me, I wouldn't be too bothered because, like I said, it is a very solid build. I can't fault it, minus that crit chance issue, which I keep going on about because that's not the only thing I can pick up on it. And the way he's worded the title as well, typically when these sort of builds come out, it's the new meta, just point blank, the new meta. He's specifically worded it as the Ninja Bike meta, which honestly, if it just pertains to what Ninja Bike is capable of, then yeah, if you categorized each sort of subsect of build within its own little category, and within each category there would be its own meta, then yeah, this build probably would be what most would consider to be meta. So in that regard, yeah, I mean, if that is indeed his meaning. But just in my own little weird fantasy dreamland, if KVD did copy this from me, the main reason I'm actually wouldn't be bothered, not bothered, wouldn't, because this is a pure hypothetical, is simply just for the fact that it is a solid build. And if he did get the information from me by some weird miracle, doubt that he did, but if he did, then at least the information that I provided through whatever source has gotten out there. And I mean, he clearly has a much larger reach than me, which means that, I'll put it this way, pretty much every build that I've seen that's claimed Ninja Bike to be the new meta or OP or the most amazing thing ever since sliced bread has basically been a dud build. They're not actually very good. And I'm genuinely surprised, and hats off, pat on the back, whatever, I don't know, genuinely surprised that the best build that I have seen revolving Ninja Bike has actually come from someone who I refer to as the usual suspects. So, gotta give credit where credit is due. It is a good build. But, yeah, in true me fashion, let's go to spreadsheets. Yeah. Right, so KVD's build is at the top. My one is at the bottom. Now, I'm aware it does show that mine does do higher DPS than KVD's. I'm not doing this to be like, oh look, mine's better than KVD's. I also want to show this because it's going to point out the differences, because where KVD has gone for Flatline and Spotter, all of his damage is immediate and instant. All he needs to do is aim at the enemy, the link laser pointer from Technician will proc pulse, there's Flatline, there's Spotter. So he will basically always be between 9 million and 12.7 million in DPS. With my build, although it is higher in DPS, we're using Perfect Killer, so in order to get that in the first place I have to proc a kill, and that kill be a crit. So we're adding RNG into the build. We're then also using Obliterate, which takes time to stack up. So yes, my build will eventually do more DPS. The key word here being eventually. They're both very solid builds, and sadly, due to the simple nature of the fact that we are using Ninja Bike Backpack, it is going to be a direct nerf no matter what you do. And point in case of this is just by adding in the essentially DPS meta for Hunter's Fury SMG build, and then showing that. So on screen now is the DPS calculations for the meta Hunter's Fury SMG build. It is quite simply 4-piece Hunter's Fury, a Cheska backpack with Unstoppable Force, not Vigilance, you're going to be doing a lot of running around, taking damage, Unstoppable Force, and then a Gruppo chest piece with Obliterate. This gives us a 50% increase in total weapon damage, along with the fact that we have like 218% critical hit damage, simply just for the simple fact of where we're using a Cheska piece, we are now able to put a lot more critical hit damage into mods, gear slots, etc, etc. So the difference between my build and the meta is 14 to 17%, and the difference between KVD's build and the meta is 22 to 30%. And don't worry, I'm not the one that came up with the SMG meta. It's just, yeah, it's just there. Anyway, the idea behind this video was one, just to show that I'm not always an arsehole. If someone does something correct, I will be like, yeah, good for you. Also, I actually just wanted to publicly praise KVD for genuinely putting out what I would consider to be a very, very good build. Also, it also highlights the difference between, despite the fact that, yes, we're having fun with it, there is a lot more build variety, etc., etc. In the grand scheme of things, you're not going to outperform what has been in play since before Season 11, TU17, whatever. Ninja Bike is nowhere near as good as a lot of people think or are portraying it to be, but still, we can have fun with it. There is a lot of build variety going on with it, and I'm genuinely interested to see how far people can actually take it. So far, I've been mostly underwhelmed. However, for me, the big shock out of all of this, the one person that actually impressed me was the last person I thought would actually do it. As much as a backhanded compliment as that is. But yeah, there we have it. KVD surprised me. Have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.